Feels beautiful. It feels so pretty. Well, enough of the prettiness out of the way. But but yeah. So this next reaction is from the Baker Hotels to the Hill House. What was that coming from the sky? And it is by Stephanie Strange. For those you don't know, she is also was in the Spirit Squad as well. So if y'all want to watch it, it's on CW. Feel free to watch it if you can. But yeah. So I definitely know her. Along with the others, along with I've been knowing Brittany Craft for like a year, of course. So yeah, but yeah. So somehow I believe it's another story, a scary story, I believe, because like I said, if you want me to react to more of the scary story, which will come out at the end of at the end of October, which is happening next week, of course. So yeah, it's gonna happen on Monday, of course. So yeah, but but right now, let's just check it out in five, four, three, two.
All right, hello, hello, hello. Thank you guys for tuning in today. This is my first
Uh oh.
episode, and I wanted to
Okay, I'm
kick
listening.
off with an email that someone wrote to me. So, for those of you who have not stumbled on my content before, my name is Stephanie Strange, and I talk about paranormal, macabre, unsolved cases, and weird
Cool.
stuff. And I have asked a lot of my viewers over time on TikTok to write to me so I can share their stories on either YouTube or TikTok. So a couple months ago, I had received an email from someone named Noodle. She goes by Sunlit Juice
Hmm.
on TikTok, and hopefully she sees this. And I found this person's story to be very interesting, and so I will be
Okay.
sharing this here. So here goes. This happened in the fall of last year. My friend and I live in Texas, and we wanted to see the Baker Hotel in Mineral Wells. And if you don't know much about it, you can do research on it. There's tons of stuff on this place. It's very spooky on its own. Anyway, it was closed up and under construction, so we drove by it and didn't get any closer. Then I remembered that we were near the Hill House, which is famously and horribly haunted. We decided to drive by that too, and it was a weeknight, and there were no cars in the driveway, and the house was pitch black. It didn't give any particular bad feelings, but I did feel a bit uneasy. I just wrote it off as being nervous and psyching myself out. Then a man walked through the door. He didn't open the door, he just appeared in front of the door. As I can recall, he was suddenly in front of the porch of his totally pitch black house. So we freaked out and drove to an empty parking lot a bit away, but we could still see the house, so we weren't so close. The next thing happened is absolutely burned in my brain. We heard horrible noises like someone scraping the nails at the bottom of the car. We both froze and it stopped. Then a huge blue light in our back seat came up and the noise was all around us. It was like a wailing metal on metal scratching, just absolutely horrifying sound. Well, that's pretty scary. The next thing, okay, yeah, we booked it out of there ASAP and had to sit at a Dairy Queen for a while so we could both stop panicking enough to go home. I'll never go back there. I think we pushed our luck that day. The scariest part is that when we were describing the experience, we realized from our descriptions that we had seen completely two different men. She saw an old man with a long white beard who was very tall and chubby. I saw a young man with a red beard, blonde hair, with very muscular body type. It was a very odd experience. So here's a couple things that I like to dissect in this video, or in this story, is that the part where they heard the screeching sound. Now, I have heard on podcasts, on Reddit posts, on Facebook, all social media where people share their experiences with UFOs, a very similar situation. So to me, I feel like that, in a way, alludes to that. I'm not sure what Noodle and their friend thought what was going on that day, but part of me can't help but think that perhaps that was a type of UFO experience. And if you guys are watching this video and have had experience like that, let me know what you think that was, or what was in your experience. What was that like, or whatever? Share something that could probably help me understand that because I find it very interesting. Now, the next thing I can kind of resonate with because they described how they both saw two different men, but they both know for sure that they saw someone in front of the porch. Now, when I was about 8 years old, I had a very similar experience. I have two older sisters that are about 10 years apart from me, and one of them was working at a Chuck E. Cheese 45 minutes away. My sister and I were getting ready to go to bed because it was late on a weekend night, and we had the window open because it was summer, and out of nowhere, I heard my sister that was working say my name 3 times, while my other sister heard someone call out her name 3 different times. Now, we checked the house, and we couldn't find her, so that's something that makes, when I read Noodle's story, I think of my own personal experience. If you guys have had a similar story like that, you can always write to me, or you can comment in the comment section below. That's all I have for today, but if you tuned in, thank you so much. Give me a thumbs up and give me a follow. Thank you, guys.
I mean, that's the whole situation about the no work at the Chuck E. Cheese's in the middle of the night, cause we don't know how bad things could happen, and if that happened, some of these like animatronic or whatever that is will come back to life. I was like, oh no, man. We wanted to get the fuck out of here. Sorry about that. We want to get out of here cause there's no reason how this happened in the first place, man. Like, just look at Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm sure how this happened, but I never had so much experience about check out of abandoned hotels or factories or somewhere in the woods, cause like I said, man, I'm gonna need somebody to come with me on a very bad journey for ghost hunting or something. I don't know, cause I I don't know, man. I'm gonna have some very heebie-jeebies if that ever happens, cause yeah, yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of people to help me out, cause I don't wanna be all alone. I just don't want to do it all alone. For try to investigate, cause this is not what I do. This is not how I wanted to do for some other reason. Man. Call me a coward or whatever you want, cause yeah, I am a coward still because I, I don't know, man. But yeah, man. Comment down below what you think about it, and I'll see you next. Actually, I got something better than that for it. So but I'll see y'all for a review, of course. So see y'all for your reviews. Sorry about that. Yeah, my tongue twisted or something. I don't know, but yeah.